Hello and welcome to today's episode of Filling the Gap, your one-stop shop for Pacers Gap Year coverage. I'm your host, Andrew Schreiner, and today I'm breaking down the Pacers' 103-128 loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis on Saturday. So the Pacers have fallen to an 0-2 start to the season, and this one was not pretty. It was a slow start for both teams, actually. The Pacers were 1 of 10 from the field to start the game. And they started with a new look five. So Ben Shepherd started in place of the injured Andrew Nimhard, who's out with a shoulder strain. And James Wiseman took over Isaiah Jackson's place in the starting five at center. The rotation continued to be a little different throughout as well. We saw Ray J. Dennis off the bench as the backup point guard, and then we saw a few minutes even of a Talon Peter, Ray J. Dennis backcourt at the end of the first quarter. So if you had Talon Peter, Ray J. Dennis backcourt on your bingo card for this season in meaningful minutes, then last night, lucky night for you. So at the end of one, the score was 21-23. They were in the game, very much so. Memphis was slow off the get-go as well. They were in the second night of a back-to-back. But then the Grizzlies had a big start to the second quarter. They led 48-29 about halfway through the quarter. The Pacers did rally. They cut the deficit to 8 at the half. They trailed 52-60, and then they came out of the halftime break hot, especially Benedict Mathurin. He was responsible for the Pacers' first 13 points of the second half. He scored 10. He assisted a Ben Shepherd 3, and the Pacers drew close at 65-68, but that was as close as they would get. The game sort of slipped away in the rest of the second half. Mathurin also left the third with a foot injury. He went back to the locker room. He actually played for a few more minutes after he sustained it. And then as the game started to slip away, he went back to the locker room. And hopefully that's precautionary, though Rick's post-game comments suggested to me that he will miss the game against Minnesota. Also during the game, Talon Peter, he left in the second quarter with a groin injury. So the injuries keep stacking up. Johnny Furphy did not play. I think with that same ankle injury that kept him to only 1 minute on the opener. So then as the game slipped away with about 6 minutes to go in the fourth, Rick shifted his focus towards the game against Minnesota. He gave us a triple big lineup. So the bingo card, if you had triple big on your bingo card, is a good night for you as well. Isaiah Jackson, Jay Huff, and James Wiseman were all on the floor together, and then Bradley came in for Isaiah Jackson after a few minutes. Some noteworthy things. I thought the Pacers did a good job containing the Grizzlies' star duo, Ja Morant and Indy native Jaren Jackson Jr. They were ultimately undone, though, by some red-hot shooting from rookie Cedric Coward, who had 27 points. He was 6 of 6 from 3. And Javon Small, who had 16 points, he was 5 of 6 from the field. Benedict was on his way to another 30-point performance before his injury. He finished the game with 26. Nice to see him aggressive to score, looking to score early on this season. We're going to need that and need him healthy. So we'll see what his minutes are, if any, on Sunday. Aaron Nesmith, I thought, was much better. He had a rough night against Oklahoma City. But tonight, he missed his first 2 threes, and they looked ugly, and I thought we were in for another long night for Nesmith. But he finished with 15 points. He made his final 4 threes, finished 4 of 6. Good night from Aaron. And then I thought Ben Shepherd was solid in his starting role. He had 9 points, but he moved the ball pretty well. He played good defense. And so, obviously, we need Andrew Nimhard back. But in his absence, I thought Ben played pretty well. So, just some further analysis of the game. I do think this was a bad night to get the Grizzlies. They got absolutely rocked by the Heat on Friday, and they clearly came out looking to take out their frustration on the Pacers. I also think if they had won or been in a close game on Friday, it's possible we wouldn't have even seen Ja Morant because he's dealing with an ankle injury. But he got to rest quite a bit on Friday, which led to him being able to play last night. So some unlucky breaks. But then there were plenty of things the Pacers can take responsibility for as well. And in particular, The offense is streaky, I would say. The point guard injuries are clearly showing, and they're able to score points, but they do so in flurries and bunches, and then there are long stretches where the offense just looks bad, um, where they commit too many turnovers, they're putting up bad shots, they're not moving the ball. And then I think the bigger impact of that is then on the defensive end as uh, Memphis was able to get out in transition, and the defense wasn't able to get set. But the Pacers have to move on, and they have to hope they can figure that problem out quickly because they head to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves Sunday, and it'll be Minnesota's home opener, so the crowd is going to be excited. The Timberwolves are 1-1. They beat Portland on Wednesday, and then they lost to the Luka-led Lakers on Friday. So we'll see. Hopefully the Pacers can break this injury luck and find a way to get in the win column, though they may have to do so without Benedict Mathurin and Talon Peter. I'll be here with a breakdown of the game, so be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you then.